cars are being asked to form up, so it looks like we could have heat one out there as Stuart Campbell comes in with the flags. The cars have been asked to form up out there for, looks like possibly heat one here for this sprint car action. And you're going to go for us now and see what happens, Brett, for this first race.
Absolutely right, Brian. Yeah, we're about set to go. First race of the night, heat number 1. 1999, the 98-29 Victorian Sprintcar Championship. What we've all been waiting for. None engine starts. Take as many people in as we can, and still got a fair few more to come in there, so you guys can sort of bunch up a little bit, and hopefully everyone can get in and get a good vantage point. We get set to go with the action now. On the pole position, Victoria 2 car Wayne Milburn, alongside him Victoria 29 of Ron Donaldson. Row number 2, these guys are the ones to watch out for. Victoria 61 car of Allan Barlee, very fast here last Sunday. Alongside him the former Tasmanian champion, Tassie 32, David Murcott. The next row is Victoria 31 car of Walsh, Victoria 27 of Forbes. I think we'll get to go next time round. This time. Look at Murcott, jumped down behind Donaldson, went to the high line, should have the horseman out and drove around the outside. Then it's skating well, lifting things up there in turn 1 guys on there.
They're sponsoring the guys to go over for the inline hockey representatives to go overseas, and the tickets are available just underneath near the St John's Anglers, but a great cause.
We're going to get a restart. You see that cone on the back straight, that's where they can start racing again. They must go around the cone for 6 miles.
Safety crew out there doing a great job there, and only make sure everything's fine. So we'll get him free of the car and get back into it.
Well, there we go. First official rollover. Not sure what happened here with Lawless. He got up high, rubbed the wall, and of course with those big Victorian donuts on there, it sucks you in, sucks the front around. And of course, very considerate of him to do it in front of a good portion of our sizable crowd here. Believe it or not, as Craig's hopped out of the car, he's fine, that's the main thing. Believe it or not, these cars, although it does look fairly well well damaged. They are very strong. With another wing and maybe some parts on the car, he could be back out racing again later on in the night. So we'll wait and see whether he fights up later on. And we've got the pit gate is open now, so the crews obviously all come out to check on their drivers and cars. There is the spare wing for Lawless, or is it McCubbin? Lawless being brought out now. Forbes had some damage there on the wing of the Victoria 27 car. So the crew has brought out the spare wing there. We can see him running across the infield. Very light wings, and that's just as well for these guys because that's a long run. So I think we've crossed now to Stewie McCarthy down the infield. Stewie.
Thanks, Brett. We just got just before the ambulance guys check him out. He seems alright, Craig. You're the first man here tonight to tag the wall down here in the middle of 3-4. The car doesn't look too bad, just the front end and the rear end look like they've dropped out. But how are you feeling?
Oh, not too bad. It's the first accident I've had in a sprint car, and I thought, oh dear. But no, it started to push coming into turn 3, and I thought if I get on it, it'll come out. And it's probably my inexperience that brought it along, but one of those things.
And about $25,000, we'll have to see. There might be a couple of grand knocked off the price of that if you take it as it is. But the main thing is, of course, Craig Lawless is quite the stagger, as we call the stagger on the back wheels there is the difference between the circumference of the left rear and the right rear, which at some tracks will be up to 18 inches of difference. The whole idea there, once again, make the car turn left. It's like having on your road car, you might have a 14-inch wheel on the right-hand side and your steering, say a 13-inch wheel, and the car will turn left, all left by itself. Everything is designed on these cars to make them turn left by themselves. The front axles can be offset a little bit as well, to also help with that effect. So theoretically, in these cars, if you take your hands off the steering wheel, the car will turn left by itself. The problem for Lawless was that the car wouldn't turn left by itself. At speed, the car wouldn't turn. It was pushing, just was not steering into the corner, got up there near the fence, and what he said, the theory was right, that maybe, I'm not sure, maybe if you jump on the gas hard enough, you've got a couple of options. Ease out of the throttle until it starts to come around, then nail it again. Or you can also jump on the brakes because the braking systems, once again, on these cars are designed to pull the car around to the left. So a couple of options there. What that actually did is it actually brought him up into the fence a little bit quicker and a little bit harder, and of course he hit the wall. I said before that you hit the wall with these tyres, with the back of the car, it then sucks the front around, so it climbs up the wall a little bit, and over she goes, and that's all there is. You can see now, we've still got about half race to go. David Murcott will have Rankin out front, Milburn, still on Barlee, Adrian down from Sydney, through 14 car, season 9, 54, 43, 27 car with a new wing. That's the reason he's going to the back of the field there. The extra change. No, he's going back up to his normal spot. A lucky break there for Bob Forbes. He's able to restart in his 5th position. Very lucky there that able to rectify the problem with that car on the restart. Around the car once again, there's a go.
goes around there for a great drive. And can Kelvin Maher please go to the front of the canteen, please? Kelvin Maher, could you please go to the front of the canteen, please? And that was just the first heat of this 1999 Sprint Car Championship in Victoria here at Western Auto Raceway, Bacchus Marsh.
Yeah, plenty more action to come. That is just a taste. I hope you guys, the first time here tonight, first time at Speedway, I hope you enjoyed that. The action there provided by these guys, a very cosmopolitan field. Tasmanians, New South Welshman, of course Victorians, and South Australian in there as well. So big win there for Murcott. Didn't look like he's going to go and do it that easy in the first part of that heat.
Here at the racetrack, but the Victorian amp is out here, and Dale Matthews looking after these guys, make sure everybody keeps them honest. As they come round to the green flag now, Stuart Campbell going to get them away there on the pole line. These guys ready for a finish. Number 4 here, the amp is in line at Western Auto Raceway. Right, let these guys sort themselves down. Les Valdez trying to make a move there. Very Reedy's gone out there. He's looped the car around. We've got a couple of them gone around different directions. We've got, as I said, the yellow line, but a bit of wheel banging there. Les not too happy there with Mick Reedy there. He's given a bit of Evo coming down the back straight away. Leave those the Sheriff's School of Better Lighting because he's just still giving it a big loop going down the front straight. Michael Pincon, can you go to the front of the canteen? And this is a great division, and if you've got 90 of mates, you can come along, you can all sign up and do it in blocks of 10 and come along and sign up. Have a great day here at this AMCA school. And the winner at the end of the day, as I said before, comes along and has a go on the Saturday night with the big boys here at Western Auto Raceway. As a matter of fact, the representatives for the inline hockey got some raffle tickets, and the prize is a full day, 5 hours of tuition in an AMCA and a chance to come back Saturday night and run with the big dogs on the back of the hill out here at Western Auto Raceway, Bacchus Marsh.
Well, it's interesting, Brian, when you look at the list of competitors in these AMCA modifieds, AMCA Nationals, sorry. And this was actually designed originally to be a bit of a stepping stone between modified production and Super Stairs. We've got a lot of Super Stairs competitors stepping back to these things. Obviously, not supposed to do
It's just given us another great division of racing, and these guys, it's a claimer division, like all the engines are standard. There's not a lot you can do to the engines. They're virtually a HQ subframe with a roll cage welded to them. Jason Belton's got on a little bit ugly there, but we have got a yellow light, so he's going to have to get the A into G and head over. The head's not real happy with that. Mark Weaver, he has a big tap there, and plays tap and Garry goes round. These other cars sitting down the line saying, better get that sucker fired up. As the other field come round now as they head down the back chute into turn 3, 4 now, and it's still the ragged edge and having a great run there. Bit of smoke out the back of Jason Belton's car, and looks like Reedy there trailing up. About to get back on to Chris Campbell.
exactly who we've got out there. We've got a pretty big lineup of drivers out there. Coming out in the Victoria 27 car, which of course is the Forbes Ray Solomon owned car for KL Modular Systems. We've got Australian hill climb champion and one of the few female supercar races in Paul Elstree. So this, I believe, will be the first time for her in a sprint car. And on Victoria 14, the Flag 1 Engineering Gambler is the triple in current, having won it at Easter. The triple in current Australian NASCAR champion. I'm talking, of course, about Kim James. Victoria 43 car will be Mad Dog himself, Jason Barguana. So, very brave move there, Mr. Chippendall, putting Mad Dog in your car. He's have-handed just about anything in Mad Dog. He runs the supercar, of course, for Garry Motorsport, and Barlee also does jet boat racing. And I spoke to him just before Christmas, and he said he would love to have a go at this. Well, here he is, he's out there, so keep your eyes. I'm sure that Jason will be getting any big quality in that car sideways. In the Victoria 61 car, he's been fired up there, of course. There's a guy who is bringing him back with roots, although he never actually raced the sprint car, but he has been really nice this year. I'm talking about the Victoria 61 car, driven by tonight Terry White, who pilot of the BB car here for Thunderdome. Thunderbird, I'll say. Or Thunderbird, that's the NASCAR. Again, Thunderdome. So not many cars there, but what we have got is some good quality cars. Or good quality competitors, I should say.
But up until a couple of years ago, Football was still building and actually building the Divi 1 hot rods, which are now the national rods. And there's probably still a few Terry Wyatt chassis still around today that have been racing for probably 8 or 10 years. But as I said, like Paul Elstree there, an excellent hill climber, and she's had a couple of drives with the speed cars down at the media days down at Avon Raceway over the last couple of seasons, and good to see her tonight just having a squirt in the sprint car. And I know to tell you, but actually these guys have got a green flag, so they're going to get into it now, and there's Mark Warner out there also having a go, and MJ, the current NASCAR champion of Australia out there, and he's going to have a big play tonight, and just see how things he likes to get this big MJ. I hope everybody takes into account whatever we could to get this show up and running tonight, at the stage of bringing in the portable lighting, and going on the venue, the people that go to Speedway. It's just incredible. Thank you for your support, and it's going to be a great night. Enjoy yourself. Just think what this place will be like next summer when these hills are full of people, and we've got a great job to cruise around, and it's sponsored by the Dark Zone Race. We're going to come down there now and having a great run for us. We'll come here and just see how he gets up the number 77 machine, and he's going to give us a great run on shore. We'll see how things go when they get out there. So these guys are all having a great run for us. Bill Miller is there in the Dark Zone Laser Games, 77 from South Australia. So these guys starting to form up now. We've got the green flag ready, and Mark and Stewart are going to wave these guys on for the first heat. It's the Super Sedan. Go around the outside, holds his line, the head's working his way around the low line. Darren Short got some cars going, and the other way, they go around the outside of that thing. And done the front end, Lucas Roberts there. A couple other cars slotted in there, but Gardner's car's pretty busted up in the front too, so I'm not real sure how Geoff will be going there, seeing his cute toy. and they're put round the wrong way for the ex-owner and the ex-driver, and these other cars now come into group, but they're all got there the crash crew coming out and doing a great job for us on the crash crew, and putting in, doing everything they can trying to make things happen the right way, is the Winton Motorsport Safety. Welcome to the Winton Motorsport Safety team, and they sure under outdoor power tool.
Yeah, the big bloke, yeah, he's funny,
Stephenson and action back here, Western Auto Raceway. Fingers crossed. They pulled it down the back track. Dad's car, so I'm sure a lot of kids tonight will be wishing Dad one of these so they can go and play a little on Saturday night. I'll give you the mail. What a way to go. Like Dad's flat out working, building the racetrack and doing the outwork, and going Allan's done the work on the race cars. It's time to play with the big boys. Talking about playing, I wonder how the Disneyland crew are going. So they're probably having a great time, I'm sure they are, at this great racetrack here, Western Auto Raceway. I hope Donnie ducks in crowd control. Get up and boogie, I give you the mail. Pull on here. A big move down to the Bill Miller. Watch it out, Miller's taken off now. He's got the big 26 all down to turn 2 down the back. Let's go run. Victor rallied his head, put the car around the wrong way down the far end of the racetrack, and we've got the Bendigo pace car, push car going to go there. Looks like Corelli's got the car fired up, he's starting to back up again, but Bill Miller back chute leading this fine form of Supers and Ants that come round to meet Stuart Campbell and Mark. The flag is in the front straight away.
David's over here living and working in Melbourne now, and he's probably got to a point in Tasmania where it's a nice place to live, a nice place to retire, I think, but if you want it to happen, you've got to come out. David's going exceptionally well. He always was a good competitor in Tasmania, and I'd once again like to wish him all the luck in the world, and just let's see if he can keep a bit of pressure on the boys here.
Well, certainly coming from Tasmania, he won't be feeling the cold right now.
Oh no, this is a pretty normal night. As he gets quite often down this sort of temperature, and you get used to it over here too, I think.
And any of your motors out there, any of these cars?
No, I don't think so. We haven't had too much to do with any sprint car motors. We've been busy with NASCAR, and last year we've done a bit of midget stuff. We've done a bit of speedway stuff. Motors that have gone back to Tassie and that sort of thing. We haven't got any I'd love to help him, but we'll have to go there and whoever's got that one's done a pretty good job.
Victorian Sprintcar Championship. Murcott, Milburn, Brazier. Almost up the inside, and Brazier around the outside for 1 and 2. The rest of the field to catch up.
victorious for this 1999 Victorian Sprintcar Championship here at Western Auto Raceway, Bacchus Marsh.
So a few cars chipped down, rolled over down this far end down here in 1-2. So I'll run down and see what it is for you. But what a race by Dumesny, Garry, Brazier and David Murcott.